Hi Ryan, this is Scott from Showmark, and we're about to demonstrate winding your welding wire on let's call it a version of the UniSpooler. It's very different than the machine that I've quoted to you. The machine I quoted is much more robust and rugged than this machine, but we have been able to get some decent results on here, so anything we do on this machine should be even better on the one that was quoted. But this is the wire that you sent to us, and we've got it mounted on a little floor standing payoff stand or payoff unit, which has a magnetic brake on the back side of it. We'll be able to control the tension from using that brake. The path of the wire is up, it's kind of odd, up around a spool that we have up there just to get it routed over to a length tracker on this end, and then over our traversing unit, which will layer it hopefully nicely onto your 1 pound spools or 4 pound spools. So I've got Ed here who's set up the machine, and we'll see how we do. Whenever you're ready. It's going to take it slow to begin with. I mean, on this setup here, we've got this little orange plastic guide roller, which we definitely would not have on a production machine. We usually use this machine for fine filaments like fiber optic wire, so that's why that's on there. But we'd have a nice solid guide wheel on a machine for you. Not just that, but this is an in-house machine we use for testing and providing some winding services to some customers. What we'd be providing to you, I think I sent you a picture. It's just a tabletop machine with, it's all integral. It's got a payoff on one end of the frame and the take up on the other, with a nice straight path from the payoff spool to the take up. So see how we're doing here. Can you go a little faster, Ed?
Of course.
I want to say this looks very good. I don't know if we'll get this kind of result all the way through. It's hard to guarantee that with this type of machine. Ed does a pretty good job of getting them set up. So you can see we already have a slight gap in one spot on the right end, but hopefully it won't cause too many problems going forward. So I'm going to pause the video. I promise we won't manipulate the wire unfairly in any way, but rather than sit here and film the whole thing, I'm going to pause and come back towards the end. Okay, so coming back here, we've done a couple more layers, and it's still looking pretty good. You can see a gap here and there. Hopefully that's acceptable to you. I wanted to show you also, I forgot over here, so here's our control box, and we're able to set a desired length on there. Right now, the 9999 at the bottom, that is the set point. So we didn't attempt to put one in there, but we could have put a length in there and the machine would stop automatically at that. And we are tracking length here. Is that meters, Ed, on there?
Yeah. That's
okay, so you're at about 69 meters right now. Right now the machine is in manual mode, so it'll just keep running until we stop it by hand. If it was in auto mode, it would use the set point and stop automatically. This is our traverse unit, and here you're able to set the pitch rate or the spacing between the wires, and it's hard to tell, but it is moving back and forth right now. and it's synchronized with the rotations of the spool. You can see as you build up and up, the imperfections from below start to accumulate and makes the outer layers look worse. But I'm pretty certain that this spool will unwind very cleanly without any tangles or snags. We'll come back at the end. Ed, how about we finish up faster? Let's go faster.
All right. Here we go. We'll just go to the top of the flange.
Yeah. We're not quite sure how far to fill this up. The sound you're hearing is really the wire up above going over that spool and through the machine. With a straight path, you'd have a lot less of that. How about if we stop this one, we'll do another one?
Sure.
We'll do the next one faster all the way through, okay? We're back one last time. This is still the first spool. Ed put a few more layers on there, and that's how it ended up. All right, we're back again, ready to start the second spool. We're going to show exactly how Ed went about attaching that wire to the new spool. Just pushing that through the hole. We have our adapters that will hold a range of spool sizes on there, depending on it will conform to the bore size of the spool.
Anytime you like, we're ready to go.
Whenever you're ready.
Want to do this one a little fast?
Yeah, go faster the whole way. This guide arm, isn't great because it's got such an overhang. You can see it bouncing. It wouldn't do that on the right
that's
machine.
Not a heavy duty
Yeah.
traverse either.
It is a pretty heavy duty traverse, but the arm is so
Yeah, so long.
overhanging that doesn't like it. By the way this traversing unit knows when to switch directions, it's got some reversal blocks on it here, a front one and one in the back, which are adjusted with these knobs here. Finally, the right side is the one that's a little trickier than the left, at least right now. we'll come back. Okay, coming back here towards the end of the second spool. You see, we went a lot faster. This was the speed all the way through. It's not quite as neat as the first one, but still pretty good. It depends on what your goals are. If you require perfection, you won't get that. But it should be should unwind very cleanly.
About 2 pounds.
By the way, we weighed the first spool, and that weighed 1.9 pounds. Is that your last layer right there?
Yeah, we'll call it.
Okay.